Hi, welcome to the new video. Today I'm doing the sugar skull with the blood splatter effect on the eggshell colored Chromolux paper. As always, the colors are black and white as opaque colors, and the rest are candy transparent colors. So I'm starting with the first black. There's also a positive stencil and a negative stencil of this skull, so if I would have been working on a black surface, for example, I had to lay down the white first. But here it's like a cool color for the skull background, so this eggshell or ivory color, it's quite good for a skull. As you can see, I put a little bit of Scotch spray glue behind the stencil. If you work on metal, you can use little magnets, for example. So this is now the second stencil where I used black, but this time with less opacity. And I'm doing a gray tone there. And some parts like the eyes and under the cheekbone I'm doing a little bit darker. And this is the final gray, but first I'm going to do the blood spatter because then it's easier to position this stencil. So this is now the blood splatter, and I'm using fire red. And later, to lay the shadow behind the skull, I'm using a purple. First I'm doing the red. So I'm doing everything in full red. So if you want a darker red tone, you can use like the purple too on this stencil. But because I'm doing the purple later and also the gray, I think it's getting dark enough. So they are the gray tones in the skull, and also to make the blood a little bit darker at the edges. And now I'm reapplying the blood stencil, and then I'm doing the, what I've told before, the purple step. As you can see, you can make the blood a little bit darker with this step, with this use of purple. And then you have like nice tones of red. And now I'm doing the sugar skull stuff, but eventually, no, first I'm reapplying the eye color and the darker parts of the skull, so you still can see the details in the eyes, but now it's in the eye sockets a little bit more. So the eyes are now two-part stencil. First I'm doing a full red, and then I use yellow, light brown and red to make this like evil red eyes. So now it's light brown. And finally the red again. They have like a nice red, dangerous eyes. And now I'm doing the sugar skull. What I tried to tell before is normally I found it out at the end of this session that it's better to use the highlight white first. Otherwise, as you can see now in the following steps in the video, I have to repeat this step with the sugar skull stuff, because some of the white will erase part of this, like tattoo style, and I have to reapply the stencil again. So also, if you like a little bit more colorful, you can use also in this step like different colors for the tattoos. I'm doing just black and white here. So the pentagram, there's like the shadow inside. I'm doing a little bit darker. The rest I try to do in the same gray shade as the step before. So now I'm using the light brown, which is like 90% yellow and 10% purple, to add some shading to the skull. So now comes the white step, and as you may see, I'm painting over some parts of the tattoo style, what I mentioned earlier. And there's also highlights in the blood splatter, which are pretty cool. So now I'm using less white. On the other picture where you can see on the motorcycle bike gas tank, I used a little bit more white in the skull and also in the blood effect. And also the teeth I have done with more white. So this is like some free and white stuff, and now I repeat the tattoo and the first black, and then I'm finished. Also, I've done later on this paper, I've done some more blood splatter. If you reduce the air that comes out of your airbrush and you pull the trigger really fast back and forth, you get like like dots out of the airbrush, but you can control it. And that's the picture. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe my channel. Bye.